Introducing Joy. From tough boss to inmate, this heifer's management style was management by intimidation, based on a true story. In this episode, Joy becomes a bank manager, intimidates employees, chooses me as a target, then robs the bank, then fires me, after threatening me not to tell. Her reason for firing me:
I don't like your outfit. And you continue to be insubordinate by dressing this way.
That was the worst work experience of my life to date. Joy says, dress for the position you want and not the position you have.
But don't outdress me. Outdressing me means that you want to skip my position and be my boss.
I dressed for work and thought that I looked nice. Next thing I know, I'm being sent home.
You go home and change clothes. The time you use going home will count as your lunch. And if you come back outdressing your position again, I'll send you home again.
She made this announcement in front of everybody. Shamed and humiliated, I drove 45 minutes home and 45 minutes back. Then she docked my pay for the extra half hour. After that, every day she would find something, no matter how minute, and call me into her office and threaten me some sort of way. I did not want to be seen as a troublemaker, complainer, or non-compliant, so I said nothing and did what she said. I was trying to keep the peace. I was a single mother with a small son at home. I was trying to work a full-time job with benefits so that my son would have health care, and we could live in a decent place. I needed that job and a paycheck. None of that mattered to Joy.
I don't care nothing about her or her kid. She better get with it or get out.
She would tell other staff members that I was talking about them. Then I had to clean up the mess she created. This caused confusion and chaos at work. She would wait for me to go to lunch, and then hold a team meeting and then write me up for missing the meeting. The write-up was rejected upon management learning that I was at a scheduled lunch and she knew my schedule. She tried to write me up as failure to show to work because I was called for jury duty. She then tried to dock my pay for that day. She was very upset after being told that she cannot do that. Jury duty is not optional. It is a civic duty that every citizen called must do. The employer can choose to pay or not pay you during jury duty. That is up to HR and not your manager. Either way, you will be held in contempt of court if you do not go. Failing to respond to a jury summons or show up for jury duty generally results in contempt of court. The judge may issue an order requiring you to appear at a hearing to explain your absence. You could face fines, jail time, or both for ignoring a jury summons. If an employer threatens or fires you for going to jury duty, that is considered retaliation. It is also a violation of the law. You can sue that employer and make them pay a fine or penalty. Call a lawyer ASAP. Do not get yourself in contempt of court because somebody else who is stupid does not understand jury duty.
The bank should not pay you for going to jury duty and the city pay you too. That's double dipping. You are stealing.
You have got to be the dumbest heifer in the universe. Angry because she was legally unable to write me up for going to jury duty, she then singled me out.
Everybody here agrees that you are total waste of time and you don't belong here.
A few co-workers reported her for this behavior. Then Joy robbed the bank and stole $2,000 from the vault. An overprocessed piece of trash named Michelle, who was the assistant bank manager, helped her to steal the money. These tricks split it and altered the records. I saw them counting money and then I was threatened if I told.
If you say anything about this, I'll terminate you and say that you did it.
1 week after, afraid that I was going to tell, she had to find a way to get rid of me. Joy said that Georgia is a fire at will state. I continued to outdress my position after she repeatedly told me not to. Therefore, I was being insubordinate and told to leave. Insubordination was the reason she gave on the termination paper. Keep in mind this is after her and her girlfriend, with no home training, robbed the bank. I swear these 2 cows were raised in a serious barn. I was told that since Georgia is a fire at will state that I could not sue. I would lose the case. I was also told that because of insubordination that I should have done what she said. This stupid heifer robbed a bank. That would not have held up in court. It is not true that you cannot sue in Georgia after being terminated over something this out and out stupid. Yes, Georgia is a fire, at will, state. However, an employer cannot fire an employee if the reason for doing so is illegal or discriminatory, such as firing someone because of their gender, race, or religion. Or for fulfilling your civic duty as a United States citizen and going to jury duty. And someone can still challenge the firing company for wrongful termination and win. People have sued their employers in Georgia and they have won thousands of dollars. But I did not know anything about those laws in 1997. I was harassed, bullied, humiliated, spoken to, like a mangy dog, treated like trash, and gut punched, every minute that I had to deal with Joy. I was nothing more than random dirt underneath her shoe. It was a very bad, crushing feeling. She was pure evil and it was very stressful. I lost everything and had nothing left to lose. My son suffered as well. I finally called the HR department and told on her and Michelle for stealing the $2,000 from the vault. The overprocessed trash, Michelle, the assistant manager, quit before she could get fired. Joy, queen of chaos, got fired. The bank manager and assistant manager were the only two with keys to the vault. The bank corporate offices acknowledged that Joy and Michelle did steal the money. However, the bank lawyer said that there was not enough solid proof to hold up in court. No jail time for either of those two sneaky hateful heifers in this situation. I was not offered my job back. Nor was it ever acknowledged that this was wrong. If I was asked to come back, I wouldn't have gone back anyway. I was traumatized and the damage was done. Joy is from Winter Park, Florida. Not to worry. Criminals never change. Joy had a record before she started working at the bank. She went back to prison after she was fired from the bank. Obviously, the bank never did a background check. Or she could have been on work release. This also could have been a lawsuit. In 2004, she was on the Florida's Most Wanted list. Good job, Joy. Her charges include fraudulent activity, misdemeanors, and holding illegal drugs. The Winter Park, Florida police described Joy as being bald at the time of arrest. Seems to me that if she could steal $2,000 from a bank employer's vault, she also could have stole some hair from the Vietnamese shop too. Hey Joy, next time, steal some hair first so that your police report looks halfway right. Joy firing me may not have been personal or even about me. It was all about her, appearances, control. And proving something to God knows who. I was just a toy in the middle of her sick little game. 788743 on the number keypad spells stupid. Dress for the position you want. Nice orange jumpsuit, Joy. You are dressed perfectly, for the position you have, now and totally deserve. Inmate. Important note, she still has not served any time for stealing from the bank. Neither has Michelle. While Georgia is a fire at will state, you cannot fire someone because you do not like their outfit. Oh Joy. Still in prison in 2020. And I suspect that this heifer is still bald too.